Ladies and gentlemen, today we embark on a journey into the heart of one of the most courageous and inspiring chapters of history, the Warsaw Uprising of 1944. This pivotal event, born out of the crucible of World War II, stands as a testament to the unyielding spirit and resilience of the Polish people in the face of tyranny and oppression. The Warsaw Uprising was a daring and audacious attempt by the Polish Home Army to liberate the city from German occupation and establish Polish sovereignty. It was a desperate gamble, a bold assertion of the Polish people's determination to reclaim their freedom and dignity in the midst of unimaginable hardship. By the summer of 1944, Warsaw lay in ruins, its streets scarred by the brutality of Nazi occupation. The Polish people endured unimaginable suffering under German tyranny, with forced labor and mass executions a daily reality. Yet, despite the despair and devastation, a flicker of hope remained alive in the hearts of the Polish people. The Polish Home Army, the largest underground resistance movement in Nazi-occupied Europe, had been meticulously planning for this moment, biding their time for the right opportunity to strike back against their oppressors. People lived underground, hiding from the German soldiers, and would sporadically protest and ambush the German army, causing chaos and collecting useful supplies such as rifles, which would later be used for the uprising. By 1944, the Germans were losing land in the east to the Soviet Union and allocated much of their army to the Eastern Front. With the Red Army approaching Warsaw, the Polish Home Army saw a potential opportunity to rise up against a weak and preoccupied German army. They took months to gather supplies and plan tactics before deciding to set the date of their big uprising to the 1st of August, 1944. The uprising started when the Polish Home Army, between 20 to 50,000 in numbers, fought to take back key strategic points in the city. Despite being ill-equipped, often lacking proper weapons or any air support, the Polish Home Army took back some facilities such as factories and power plants. However, the different parts of the army failed to reconquer enough land to join up, leaving them in separated small pockets of the city instead of being one united force. This caused trouble, as the Germans found it easier to fight the resistance in smaller groups and managed to hold on to the police station, airport, and train station, which were key strategic locations. Furthermore, the Germans had air support, dropping bombs indiscriminately on the city, while the Poles didn't have even a single anti-aircraft gun, making them susceptible to having bombs dropped on them. The fighting went on, with many people losing their lives, both military and civilian. In a desperate attempt to break the stalemate and gain control over the city, and with the Soviet army on the horizon, Himmler ordered the Germans to go all out with the destruction. He ordered them to go door to door, exterminating everyone on sight. He also ordered the Germans to completely destroy the city, leading to 80% of the buildings being destroyed, with most seemingly historic buildings in Warsaw today being rebuilt after the war. The Polish resistance also suffered from a series of unfortunate events. The Americans tried to airdrop supplies in Warsaw, but accidentally dropped 96% of them in German-controlled areas. The Soviet Union, reluctant to cross the Vistula River into Warsaw, sent a small squad of their Polish soldiers to test the waters. They got decimated. The Soviets then decided that crossing the river was not feasible for the time being, leaving the Polish soldiers in Warsaw to fight for themselves. Inevitably, after 63 days of tireless fighting and over 200,000 casualties, mostly civilian, the resistance was ultimately defeated. The fighting ceased, but the cost of the uprising was immeasurable. The once vibrant streets of Warsaw lay in ruins, reduced to rubble by relentless German bombardment and street-to-street fighting. Survivors faced reprisals and brutal punishment at the hands of the German occupiers. Entire neighborhoods were reduced to ashes, and cultural treasures such as libraries filled with great knowledge and precious artifacts dating back centuries were lost forever. The heroic legacy of the Warsaw Uprising transcends time, echoing through the corridors of history and leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of the Polish people. Today, the Warsaw Uprising is commemorated annually on August 1st, the anniversary of its outbreak, with solemn ceremonies and tributes held across Poland. People gather at memorials and monuments to pay their respects to the fallen, laying flowers and lighting candles in their memory. The streets of Warsaw are filled with the sound of solemn bells tolling, a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made by those who dared to defy tyranny and fight for their freedom. Dziękuję. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, or Poland may start an uprising in your residence.